Hi everybody, again, you're going to be famous by the time we get done. And I'm back here.
I always thought hunger was a daily problem here, not here. When I first started volunteering at the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, I thought only poor people use food banks. However, after my volunteer work and research, I found that hunger is a real issue in the United States. The Feeding America website states there are 200 food banks in America, feeding 46 million people, including 12 million children and 7 million seniors. The USDA defines food insecurity as having a limited access to enough food to live a healthy lifestyle. The characteristics include skipping or reducing the meal size, an inability to afford a balanced meal, and going whole days without eating. Today we will talk about the growing problem of food insecurity and how the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina addresses the problem. We'll also outline some actions we can take today to help people move from food insecurity to food security. Many people live paycheck to paycheck or are at the poverty line and constantly have to strategize how to stretch their money to cover their bills. The non-profit group Why Hunger states that in 2018, the federal poverty level was just over $25,000 for a family of four. In reality, it could be 2 or 3 times that. The USDA website states in 2017, the lowest income households spent 34% of their income on food, whereas the middle income households spent just 17% on food. Organizations such as the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina strive to support people experiencing food insecurity. The Raleigh Branch catchment area covers 10 counties, including Franklin, Harnett, Johnston, and Wake counties. Last year, on any given day, an average of over 250,000 people in these counties experienced food insecurity, including over 126,000 in Wake County. The Raleigh Branch during this time delivered over 29 million pounds of food, enough for 24 million meals to people in need. So who relies on the food banks for basic nutritious food? It could be your friends, parents, grandparents, adult children, co-workers, or your neighbours. In reality, food insecurity is so pervasive it could be anyone you come into contact with. Young children and seniors are most vulnerable when food is in short supply. The physical effects of hunger include stomach aches, headaches, anxiety, depression, and the inability to focus. Watch Fraser from the American website states there is a direct correlation between insufficient nutrition and educational performance. Children experiencing hunger are twice as likely to have to repeat a grade in elementary school. Seniors on a fixed income find any additional expenses such as doctor's visits or prescriptions can have a really severe impact. The Feeding America website states the number of seniors suffering food insecurity has jumped from 2.3% in 2001 to 5.4% in 2015. In this country, we waste billions of pounds of food each year, and it's incredible that anyone suffers food insecurity. Yet every day, millions of children and adults do not get the meals they need. Organizations like the Food Bank are vital. The Food Bank website details many programs it supports, including Kids Summer Meals Program, which is a corporate program with local organizations providing meals to children during school vacations. The Kids Cafe is an after-school program providing snacks and tutoring. 3 Squares for CENC expands the eligibility for food assistance, enabling families to put 3 square meals on their table each day. The program assists seniors, working families, and military families with application process. The Food Bank mobilizes communities by working with local businesses to hold fundraisers, including food drives. We also partner with grocery stores who donate most of the food distributed by the Food Bank. We also rely really heavily on individual volunteers to sort and package their food into warehouses. If the problem of food insecurity is not solved, the increased number of families will be forced to rely on the Food Bank to put food on the table. The cycle of food insecurity and chronic disease, such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes, begins when people cannot afford nutritious food. When people do not know where the next meal is going to come from, finding the next meal becomes their central focus and takes priority over health concerns. If the health issue is addressed, there is less money for nutritious food, and the cycle begins again. Imagine a family knowing that there is a safety net to help put food on the table. Imagine a child who has food on the weekends provided by the Food Bank. Imagine a senior who can afford both food and vital medications. So how can you help? The easiest way is to donate food or money directly to the food bank. Another easy way is to volunteer. It's easy to sign up. Just go to the website and click on the volunteer button on the right-hand side of the page. I have volunteered many times in my work, and it's very rewarding knowing you've helped people in a less fortunate position than you are. You also can organise food and/or fund drives, whereas donations of the money go to the food bank to purchase food. You can use links on the website which shows most needed items and checklists how to organise a food drive. You also can ask your employer to sponsor a food drive. My employers have sponsored several of them, and there's been a massive response with huge amounts of food collected. You can also support events put on by one of the food bank's sponsors, which are listed on the website. You can make contributions or attend their events, where a percentage of their sales goes directly to the food bank. I challenge you to get involved and help the food bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina help people in need. Harry Chapin once said, "Once in doubt, do something." So now's the time to act.
Say hello again, everybody.
Well, it's the end this time.
And I'm back here too.